Happy hunting.
Hunt me.
I am the hunted one.
I'm hunting most things.
That is HUNTZ.
You can hunt.
Oh, have you hunted me?
You're being hunted.
Good morning, everyone. It is the 7th of July 2018. A little bit of a hack there. I think I need more coffee today. Let's look at the top 10 curated from the Steam Hunt platform for the 7th of July 2018. First one is itty-bitty site. Itty-bitty sites are contained entirely within their own link, including this one. That means they're portable, private, easy to share as a link or a QR code. You don't need a server to host them. Nothing is sent to or stored on this server. Itty-bitty sites can hold about as much as a printed page, and there is a lot you can do with that. Compose poetry, create an app, bypass a 280 character, oh I see, so bypass a tweet, 280 character limit, express yourself in ASCII, learn how it works, advanced editing, security, GitHub. So it's kind of a new way of hosting a small amount of information, I guess, compared to having like a full-on website. So that's kind of something cool that I might have to have a look at, actually. Next up is Eco Capsule, your new self-sustaining micro home. It looked like microphone for a moment. This is something that I have actually seen before on Engadget, and I love the notion behind it. I'm just not sure if I want it to stand out like that. If I can maybe have it wrapped in a skin so it looks like the environment, so like dark at the top and like light at the bottom and a bit closer to the edge of that field, then it can just like vanish. Love the solar panel, flexible solar panel on the roof, and the little wind power on it as well is pretty nice. What I didn't realize about this is what they looked like on the inside. Like, they actually look like a really nicely put together product. I don't know how much these are, but if you can see what it looks like there on the right hand side, let's see if I can get some more pictures of the inside. Look at this thing in the inside. You're telling me that is something that you wouldn't want to stay inside? I know they're concepts, but I kind of dig that kind of like soft space, like with the two windows on the right hand side. I wonder how movable these things are. It'd be great to have something like this on the back of a trailer that you can just like take somewhere and jump in. I don't know how much they are. Let's have a quick on the order now. First 50, 80,000 euros. I mean, you can get yourself a decent piece of transportation with wheels and an engine for that amount of money. So, I mean, that's a hard question to ask. 80,000 euros for something like that. Next up, the steemian-directory. The steemian-directory. I have never seen this before. Kind of cool. I don't know who's made this. Anon Y Voter. Check out my profile on Steam it. Seems to be a ton of data here for Steemians. There seems to be a categories section, so I presume these are based on tags, and I'm not sure how these are. I don't know how the details of these are put together. I wonder if you can submit to be in a category. I don't know, but I kind of like the design. Kind of needs a little bit of work, but kind of interesting. I'm gonna have to check up on it and have a dig through it, because I didn't know this existed. I kind of like this structure to it. Is this like a, can you get this as a mobile app as well? That'd be nice to see that as a mobile app. Top 50 most active Steemians. I would have thought I was on that list somewhere. What does active mean? Oh, the amount of posts a day. I see. And the reputation that you're at as well, I guess. Okay. Next up is Instago. Monetize yourself. Love this idea. This is definitely something that I can see taking off. Get paid for your knowledge over calls and text. Use artificial intelligence to automatically answer questions. A communication app for the 21st century. Charge for your time and knowledge. Get instant information. So, a bit of a disclaimer. I actually worked for a translation English company where I would work 8 to 9 hours a day, and my voice would be nearly broken at the end of it. People would book me for an hour or 2 hours, and we would go through like idioms and all kinds of like learning English. Not that I'm an English teacher by any means, but I could help them talk to somebody in English and tell them where their issues with their correct word choice, or help them understand kind of, you know, the banter of the English language and the different dialects and the different slang. So I know these work. They're a lot of work. But something like this could be nice. Train an artificial intelligence to answer for you, so similar questions that you normally get. Communicate more productively, monetize yourself. That's a big thing for me at the minute, this whole monetize yourself. You know, having a masternode of me in the cloud. I really like that idea. We've got to shape that a bit more. Get instant help from marketers, from civil servants, from people who've just basically got skills. This is definitely something I'm going to check out. I'm definitely going to download this app and have a look at it. I'm betting they don't really have the traffic and the audience on there, but it's something that I'm definitely interested in. I'm going to give it a shot. Instago. Next up is FlexPack, the best functional anti-theft duffel and backpack. I'm not sure how this can be anti-theft, but it's a sharp-looking bag. I really dig the way that this has been put together. Created the FlexPack Go and FlexPack Pro as a result to combine security, storage, convenience, comfort, and beauty. They originally only needed $8,000, and they ended up with 252,000. So like they've got an instant audience here. Like if you ever wanted to know like how you can go from like zero to community, Kickstarter is probably one of the ways. If you've got a good product, if you've got good pictures, if you've got a good ethos, you communicate regularly. You know, these have now got 2,000 people they can talk to every time they bring out a new product. So this is the Corin FlexPack, collapsible structure, triple theft security features. So I don't know how that works, but it's kind of interesting to me how they made a big point of it. Again, good design, good graphics. They've obviously got like a good manufacturer who they can work with. A collapsible structure, triple anti-theft security, retractable steel wire lock, easy charging technology, scientifically engineered storage system. I mean, the word choices are excellent, and the pictures are good too. It doesn't look like the most robust, well-built thing in the world, but I do like the fact that it folds flat like that, and you can build it up into a backpack like that. That's really, really nice. I can see why it's sold a lot of this. Next up is Under-Steemed. Now, I had to include this because this is an old program, I presume, from Tabris, Steam It at Tabris, which is one of the main, if not the main developer of Steam HUNTZ, and it just goes to show that he was already building stuff way back. This, you can go in and you can search on a particular tag or a group of tags, and you can see when it was created, how many votes, if it was undervalued, if it had so many characters, if it had images, if the author had a certain rep. Just a really good way of finding things in the Steem It blockchain and being able to comment on them, maybe find new people that you didn't even know existed before today, upvote them, blog, write back to them. Cool little tool, didn't even know it existed. Next up is Zoetropic. Zoetropic, bringing your memories to life, make your photos come alive with Zoetropic application. So this kind of looks a little bit like cinemagraphs. And one of the things I always had a bit of a problem with cinemagraphs was the cost of the application to actually make them. So this looks kind of nice because you can enhance the existing photo that you got with like effects on the top of it. It's kind of nice. That one's a bit freaky. And it's for Android and on the App Store. I wonder how much it is on the App Store actually. I'm gonna have a quick look at see what price it is. So I have no idea what that is. 690 RS. What is that? What even currency is that? I have no idea. Again, another program that I would love to play with in summertime. Next up is the optimus-popularis. Optimus-popularis. What a name. I like the Optimus bit. $1,500 for a keyboard. I had no idea it was that amount of money. So this is a keyboard that you can customize every single key on it. So it's very similar to the Elgato Stream Deck, where you can set graphics for the key background. My first impression of this is that this will be a terrible keyboard to use as a keyboard, but it would be a great keyboard to use as notification for a streamer. Maybe you've got the Stream Deck to change all your different like shots. Maybe you want another one for doing push notifications or whatever it may be. But $1,500 is a hell of a lot of money for basically a LCD screen underneath a bunch of keys. But if you are a hardcore streamer, then I'm sure something like this would look cool in your studio. Next up is Netlify, all-in-one platform, build, deploy, and manage modern web apps. I've kind of used this once before. It's a really good way of like a SaaS that you can deploy things out in the cloud. There's a couple of little tools, a thing called Deplify, which I've used before to drag and drop things to it, which then go onto my Netlify instance. It's not the cheapest thing in the world, but it is solid. And if you are doing any kind of like web projects and making little mashups, then something like this would be ideal. Finally today, the last one is education.github. I didn't know this existed, but GitHub have a whole like education section to their website. GitHub Student Developer Pack, Campus Experts, Field Days, Classroom. If you're really looking to get into programming or open source for the first time, GitHub still, even though it's been acquired by Microsoft, is the place to go to learn a bit more. That's it for it today. It's getting very hot here today, and I'm a little bit late to the making of the show today, so I do apologize. If you've never seen Steamhunt before, if you've never seen any of these videos before, your first time seen it on DLive or YouTube, or you've seen it come up on my Twitter, @PhilCampbell on Twitter, this is what the website looks like. This is steemhunt.com. On the right hand side, you can see all the links that have been submitted. When you click through, you see it appear on the left hand side. The white button takes you through to the URL, and if you want to add your own, you just fill in this simple form by clicking on the plus button once you're logged in with your Steam account. If you don't have a Steam account, sign up.steemit.com. 3 different ways to get an account. If you don't have any money, you can get an account. It normally takes about a week for verification. It's really easy to fill the form in. Once you've filled it all in, it actually posts a copy of what you submitted as a hunt to a blog post on the steem-blockchain, so you always have a copy of it. And then it also goes into our daily like lottery, if you want to call it that, where people comment on it, upvote on it. If it hits in the top 10, you're going to get a big upvote from the bot that goes around once a day, and you can add 2 posts in a day. So like, you've got nothing to lose. What are the best things, best technology, best products that you've got? Submit them if they don't already exist by doing a bit of a search at the top, then you could be listed in the top 10. That's it for me today. I'll catch up with you later on tomorrow. Bye bye.